I loved everything about the military. It gave me the structure that I needed to, you know what I mean? But they would always say, if you see something, say something. And Sam, I'm gonna say something. I'm like, you out here sucking flavored dicks, man? What the fuck? He said he'd rather suck a dick than a Jolly Rancher. I was like, no, I'll take the Jolly Rancher. When I was in the military, people used to say stuff to me. They were like, hey, Fisher, you know you a pretty motherfucker. I was like, grown men would say this. I say, that's gay. I said, I see something. I see something. I did something. I thought I was going to do something. Right? It was weird, man. I be trying to holler. They just didn't like it. They were like, They want to go to lunch with me and stuff. Let's go to lunch together. I had a supervisor. His name was Sergeant Slaughter. I said, what are you slaughtering, sir? He used to drive around in a 325 BMW, and his tag said "so hard." I said, I don't want to know what's hard, sir. I was like, hey, we are in the Air Force. Everybody think we're soft. I was like, he said, not me. Yeah. He said, I might be an ugly motherfucker, but I got a big dick. I said, too much information. I'll say something. I'll say something. I'm trying to tell you, man. I ain't fuck with it. I ain't fuck with it. If you ever get deployed, they'll tell you when you go to overseas, which is really disrespectful. We're Americans and we go over to their country and they be like, hey, look at all these third country nationals out here. These damn TCNs. I say, hey, I was in transportation, so that meant a whole different thing for me. I was like, no, that's not a TCN. I was like, yes, it is. Look at him. You over here touching his butt. He was like, you know what they say, right? I said, no, what they say? They say men are for pleasure and women are for babies. I said, no, women are for pleasure and babies. Yeah, I think something. I'm telling you, man, I'm off with it. I wasn't with it. Before I get out of here, I learned a lot about women. I went to a porn store. This lady told me, she said, did you know, I had to flip it up. Did you know that there's 9,000 nerve endings on a woman's clitoris? I said, I did not know that. But I do know if you get on one nerve. Anyway, man, hey, happy birthday, Christina. My name is Selwyn Fisher. That's my time.